don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
I don't know what's real anymore. I've opened up the door to nowhere.
Hello there everyone, this is Tom again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at Mech Planet's The Hot Soldiers HS-09 Spy Officer Big Yellow Bee. And as you can see here, Nemesis, what are you doing in frame? Haven't you already done this review before? Well, I thought that I had, but I can't seem to find it on YouTube anywhere. So this may be one of those situations where I actually filmed it and I never made the review or didn't finish it or something. Why would you do this crazy crap? Don't you know anything better than that? Haven't I taught you better than that? I'm only allowed to be in one video at a time. And here you are reshooting? You're not allowed to do that. Look, Nemesis, I can't help it. I don't know what happened to the review. Maybe I did it, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Shut up! This is against my contract, you know. We're going to have a conversation about you telling me to shut up. Shut up! Nemesis? I'm warning you. Finish your review, and then we're going to have a talk with my lawyer. Okay. Are you laughing at me? Get out of here, Nemesis. Alright. Let's see here, folks. This video was requested by one of my viewers. Thank you. So, let's just take a look at this. Alright, so we've got the box right here. We have some really nice box art. Bottom of the box, don't eat anything. You get Bumblebee, you get Iron Tin and Ambulance, which I have already previously done. Hot Soldiers. Alright, let's crack it open. I have had this for some time. Empty box. I have had this for some time, as I said, and I'm kind of surprised that, like I said, I can't seem to find the video for it. So, anyway, here we have Bumblebee in the clamshell, and he's got a gun, and these two little pieces here that I'll show off here in a minute. And here he is in the clamshell, and yes, I have added the Autobot sticker. Additionally to that, we get this packet of stuff here, which holds an instruction sheet for anyone that needs it. It's fairly simple to transform this guy. It's not rocket science at this point. So, yeah. We get 2 cards. One for Elent Scout, the robot dog. Alright. And for the Spy Officer Big Yellow Bee. Tech specs and what they can do should anybody care. And here is Ravage, or the Big Yellow Dog, or whatever the name is. It comes in a hot cassette case, and this, my ruler. This thing is approximately 1 inch by 3/4 of an inch by 1/4 of an inch. Opening it up, we get little bitty Ravage. He's just a little cassette. He's not even a very good cassette, but you know what? We have a Ravage in Legend scale. I can't complain. And if I can get Laserbeak out here, if I remember right, he does fit in there. Kind of grudgingly, but yeah, I may never be able to get that out. Oh, well, look at that. It is good to have fingernails. But we saw that he went in there without too much trouble. Transforming him, we pull the head up. We pull this up to get his little side launcher thingies. And we pull down the legs. There is a... Is there a tail? No, I don't think there's a tail. I don't think there is a tail. I don't see a pin or anything for there to be one. Alright, so this is Ravage. And he is measuring in at an inch and 3/8. Width wise, he is 1/4 of an inch. Height wise, let's see here, his head only comes up so far, so I guess that's technically the height of him. Eyeballing it looks like it's about 3/4 of an inch. Let's zoom in here so we can see some of the details, shall we? Alright, so he's got pretty painted red eyes, and he's got silver for his little rocket thingies, and that represents the entirety of the paint. Well, no, that's not correct. There's some gunmetal right here that you can see that's picked out. The problem is that if it's not directly shining on it, you don't see it. Looks, yeah. Now, he was an additional feature with the Bumblebee that came with it, and I'm okay with it. I'm very happy to have a Ravage in my collection at the Legend scale. Although I have to tell you, I'm not entirely sure if he will ever again go into Soundwave. But anyway, yeah, and that's Ravage. He's a fine little critter, I guess. We'll set him to the side, and we will focus on what's in the clamshell now. We get a Bumblebee figure. We get a Bumblebee figure. We get his little gun here, which is single cast, nothing to it. It's just a not much detailed weapon. Okay, we get this little piece right here that will go on the back, and we get this little piece right here which will go on the back. Alright, so let's take us a little look here at Bumblebee. That is a really nice head sculpt. I really like that. Look at the blue on those eyes. It's the same color of blue as right here. And that's just, I have no idea what that color is. It's a blue. It's blue. I'm a guy. It's blue. So yeah, I love his little horns. I love this head sculpt. And from what I understand, this was an original sculpt from them. And they nailed it for me. I love this. Let's see here. Coming down the figure, this is paint. Black paint, charcoal paint, something. You get the silver paint for the headlights and the bumper. His rims are painted. I mean, that's just awesome. That's just awesome. Coming around, he's missing a few things. Let's put it like that. He's missing a few things. And I think there's some way to connect this maybe right here to help with the... No, maybe I dreamt it. But there's not a lot there. He's hollow as all get out. And he's light. He's very light. But that's okay. What do you say we do some size comparisons real quick? Let's get this out of the way. And I tell you what, let's do a council of bees. How does that sound? There's that crappy Bumblebee that I absolutely dislike. Here is my gold bug, and here is my, which I use as my MP Bumblebee. And here is the movie bee. Stand, man, stand. This is your moment. And there's the movie Bumblebee. Just to give you a sense of scale as far as, you know, here's Hasbro Legends, Masterpiece, and movie, whichever movie that was, the one before the last night. It's the same mold. Okay, so there's that. Real quick, here it is with Classics Prime mold. Again, sense of scale. Here it is with Soundwave from Mech Planet, so we get that. Okay, here we have it with, can't remember if that's the DX9 or if that's the Megatron. And here is that super detailed, super articulated Optimus Prime that I have. Just, again, we're going for a sense of scale here. Okay. Here it is with, and this is not Iron Factory, this is Unique Toys Mind Wipe, and Starscream from Iron Factory, and here's another Iron Factory. This is their Pink Assassin, their RC bot. So there's just something wrong when RC's smaller than Bumblebee. And Bumblebee's about the same size as Starscream. There's just an issue here. But again, this is a really nice Bumblebee. It's just there's something wrong here. So, of course, we have to have him with Nemesis Prime. And he's actually taller than Nemesis. So, there's an issue there. Hello, Tom. Do you remember me? Don't make me kick your ass again. Never mind. Only the 4 people that saw that movie would actually get that reference. It's a violation of my contract to be in here again. You know that. Get the hell out of here, Nemesis. Ah, screw you. Alright, here it is with Beast Wars and animated. So, now, I have to say it, that scale actually works a little bit better for me. That scale works a little bit better for me. But, what the hell. Alright, so, what do you say we cover articulation? Oh, before we do that, get out of here. He's coming in at 3 3/4, shoulder to shoulder, 2, depth wise, 1.5 inches. Okay. Articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so you get really good back and forth. It can go up a little bit, down quite a bit. So yeah, good head articulation. The arms here are on a ball joint. You can see the joint right, well, maybe you can't. You can see the ball joint right there. And it's weird because the ball joint's coming into this pinned area. So I could easily see that as a point of breakage at some point in the future if you're rough with the figure. Arms can come up that far, so he can do the whee helicopter thing. They can do a full 360. You get a little bit of a reverse butterfly, but that's because of transformation. And you get a little bit, very little bit of wiggle from the ball joint. He gets 90 degrees of just a touch over 90, and because this is a ball joint right here, you get your bicep rotation right here as well. The hands are a fixed piece and they do not move. There is no waist swivel. You get T-jointed ball joints for hips, which allows him to do the full Chinese. Now, but can he do the full American? There's a hip skirt right here. So, let's see. Ooh, let's see. If we extend the knee like we're supposed to, he can do the full back, but the front is, ooh, that is close. I say we go ahead and give it to him, because I mean, we're talking a measure of degrees here. You get a little bit of rotation right there because of the ball joint, but he doesn't really have rotation at the knee. That knee is extremely stiff. That pin is very good. But because of the cut of it, you don't quite get 90 degrees. It's very close though. No foot rocker. It could go that far down, that far, you can't see, that far up, that far down, and that's basically his articulation. Let's see here. He can hold his weapon. Maybe. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. He can hold his weapon. Crossing his hand without any trouble. And yeah, I think the next step is time to transform him, I think. Aren't you done with this review yet? Nemesis, I'm working on it. Well, hurry it up! Hurry it up! Alright folks, so we're going to transform this guy. And transformation's pretty simple. I say that, let's see if I can do it simply. First thing we want to do is we want to rotate the arms so that basically we've broken his elbows. We'll see why here in a minute. Next we want to open this part here up, flip his head around, which is, you have to maneuver it around some of this stuff, and it's easier said than done sometimes. Flip the wheels out. See, you've got to get that out first. So just move it out, then flip your wheels around so that they come where they're supposed to. They're pinned right here, as you can see. There's pin. Now, the head is on. It's like two hinges. There's a hinge here and there's a hinge here. You have to push this forward and then push this down, and I promise you it will work. You just have to make it go. There are little tabs that'll go into those little clips right there, so you just kind of flex it just a touch to get it in there. And you know, I'm not a fan of flexing plastic, but it is what it is. And these lock in fairly well once they're there. You push this part down, and that's basically the back of the bumper, or the back of the beast here. Take your crotch piece here, and it's on a hinge just like the MP. You pull it down, raise up your guard here, scoot your legs forward. Now, they're going to collapse in on themselves. As you can see the yellow right here, so you just wiggle them until they move appropriately. Okay, and they're going to pin together right here, and they're going to pin together on both sides inside. So you just maneuver until you get it, maneuver until you get it, pin them together, and just kind of, oh, and there's a little clip right here as well. So it's, when you get it, it stays where it's supposed to go. It's just getting it to that point that can be rather, let's just say the word problematic and leave it at that. Yeah, let's say problematic. There we go. You gotta, there we go. You just gotta squeeze it here and there and get it all together, and then you have this cute little penny racer bumblebee. I think that's a penny racer. It measures in at, let's say 2.5. Width wise, an inch and 5/8, maybe. Height wise, inch and 1/4. Okay. Now we get these other additional pieces here, and they refer to this as the spare tire mode. It's got a clip and a clip, so it just plugs right on. Okay. Then we get what they refer to as the nostalgia mode, which this just goes in here, clips in place. I guess that's where the head was on the original G1 toy. Now, it also shows, the instructions show that you can carry the weapon, but it's got nostalgia mode on it. Now, the weapon has this little extension piece right there. The problem is that I can't seem to get it to never forget, if you decide to be a reviewer, that when the camera is actually recording, it will make a liar out of you at some point. Never forget that. I could have told you that before this. Get the hell out of here, Nemesis. Okay, so let's see. The wheels roll. All four. This one's a little tight. It doesn't really roll all that well on it'll slide. It doesn't really roll. Okay, so comparisons. Here it is with the Generations Bumblebee, that one that I really dislike. Here it is with my Gold Bug, and here it is with Movie Bumblebee, all transformed up. Okay, here it is with the Classics Prime mold, and here it is with Movie Hound. Again, just to give you all a sense of scale. And now, to answer the burning question on everyone's mind, how does the Mech Planet THS-09, their spy officer, their Bumblebee, scale with Metroplex? Oh, focus. And here we have Bumblebee in the hand of Metroplex, with RC sitting there just as a sense of scale, the Generations RC. And there's Rekgar. He's sitting there saying, "Hey, haven't I seen you somewhere before?" And here we have Bumblebee and... Wait. What's going on here? Oh. Hey, Metroplex. Do you have a bee in your bonnet? Don't make me get angry. Oh, God. Final thoughts-wise, I know he's awfully hollow in the back, but I really like this little figure. It signifies what a G1 Bumblebee is supposed to be for me. And a special shout out to Lord Emiru-chan, who's currently going by Minox Official. He's the one that suggested that I do this review, so shout out. Anyway, yes, really like this figure, but I've always liked everything that Mech Planet has done. So I haven't gotten one yet that I really didn't like. So I can really recommend this company. The plastic doesn't feel cheap. I mean, it's right up there with anything that Hasbro's given us. Hey, you take that back. Get the hell out of here. He's right up there with anything Hasbro's given us. I love the paint. He's boxy chested. He looks like a Bumblebee to me. If I have a negative, it is this part right here, all the hollowness, and how you have to flex right here just a little bit to get the stuff around. Otherwise, would I recommend him? Absolutely. I really like this little figure. And I know I've mentioned everything that I've gotten from Mech Planet so far I have enjoyed. So, yeah, they keep pumping them out. I'm going to keep buying them. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
It's really neat. I kind of like it. I don't know if it's practical. And here we have a jump pack, something like that. Yeah, I like how they are trying to make use of everything. It pleases me. It does. All right.